Hi, Mimas. It's strange making a video for someone actually, like to address one person. But I wanted to make this video for you because this might not be something that you've ever done. I don't actually know if you have ever kept a journal or have done any scrapbooking or anything like that. I find that a lot of people that I know have not. So I don't like to assume that people have done things. So in any case, if you have, then just enjoy my rambling anyway and enjoy your custom personal flip through of this book that I created. I do grief journaling. It's something that I've done for a while before I even realized that that's what I was doing. And for me, a lot of times that just, it changes, but it's usually drawing and painting. Sometimes that's it. And then I might put a quote, but sometimes it also comes with memories or maybe even some form of closure for something. Really, I think grief journaling should have whatever you feel needs to be had. So if, that is just pictures, that is fine. If it's just drawings and no words, that's also fine. No one gets to tell us how to grieve, friend. And with that in mind, I really was working hard to make something that is somewhat as basic as possible, because I don't want to influence how you grieve either. And then all you need to do, if and when you want to, is to just add words, your feelings, your thoughts, maybe memories that some of these pictures will trigger, so that you can have that for yourself years and years down the line when, sometimes our memories change and we don't remember all of the details, and you might jog your memory here. And it's also something that, maybe your family, your daughter might enjoy. So this is what it is. We're going to go through it bit by bit, and there's plenty of room for you to add more. So here we go. So we've got just a little bit of string tying that together for closure. I've bound it really simply for you to work in it, and also to be able to remove the pages or the signatures. Signatures are just little booklets of pages. You can remove them and put them back in, which makes it easier for you to write on some of the pages. So I didn't want to bind them, that way you didn't have to write like on a slant. I added these corners just to kind of protect them a little bit, but my journals are made with a lot of recycled materials. So this book was actually made with a cereal box. So I expect, and you should expect, that there will be wear and tear because it's just paper on top of a cereal box. So there's that. I am not great at sewing, so you will find that there will be areas that have wonky sewing. For me, that's part of the charm of having something that's handmade. There's also certain areas where I haven't trimmed the thread. There's plenty of areas where I did. I don't know, I feel like the thread tells a story as well. I definitely created this in a beautiful state of flow, thinking about you, thinking about your mom, and what I wanted this to be, almost like a bridge for the two of you to be together, if that makes sense. Anyway, so I put a little library card. I love library cards. In my mind, I thought that you might want to log the date of your journaling. So if you, for example, journal on this one, you might want to write the name of the picture here and the date that you journaled. You can put your name as an author. You can title the book as you wish. Or you could not use it at all and just have it be decorative. I just think it's so cute to have a library card at the start of each of my journals. So let's get into it. A lot of these pages are made to be written on, and some of them are made to have pockets for areas to be written on. So this is where your pictures come in. So what I've done is just some of your pictures, I've trimmed them. I hope that's okay. So they can fit into pockets. This one has a little bit of a tab, that way you can pull it in and out. But I've tried to put some, actually just used index cards because they're nice and sturdy. And I love using index cards for journaling. But this gives you lines and space to write if you want something here. And of course it could be as simple as writing about this picture, where she is, whether you were there with her, whether she was on a rendezvous with her hubby. Like, it could be anything that you want to write about, or you can just write whatever you're feeling that day. Really, you decide how you want to use the blank spaces. It could also just be a memory journal. So this could be a place where if you have more pictures or any concert stubs or anything like that, you can stick them to any blank space that you find, and then just have this be almost like a time capsule. Okay, so in here I have behind what we in the paper crafting community call a belly band. I have this little pocket that I made for you. There were so many beautiful photos that you sent. It was really hard to choose, but I also didn't want the journal to be too overwhelming, so I tried my best to just choose whatever called to me. And so these choices that I made are the photos that I like to think that Lydia herself wanted me to include, because they just called to me. So here we have this wonderful picture with the tree. And then I have like a little bit of like I wanted to make them look like Polaroids. So I had these cute little Polaroid backings. And so I printed these really small so you can have a little Polaroid flip through. There's a lot of like interactive parts of it, which I think is part of the enjoyment of this kind of journal. I made you some journaling cards. So these, have no pictures of your mom, but you can tell they have the index cards in the back for journaling. I always grew up being told that butterflies are how our loved ones visit us. So I wanted to have that there. See the world, tickets, because we do love to shop, and some more travel. You'll see a lot of hints or a lot of nods to traveling. And yeah, so here's another photo. And then in here, I just did a little slide out. It's almost like a bookmark. It definitely could be used as a bookmark if you wanted to, but there's more journaling space here. And you can journal on anything, really. My hands are a little shaky. I don't know why. Okay, then we have another amazing photo here. She's a vibe. And then it's just a little sentiment card. You can use it or not use it. But You're Some Kind of Wonderful just seemed to be appropriate. There's a couple of these coin envelopes. They're empty, but there are pieces of paper throughout the journal that you can write on. And, I'm not sure that you've ever seen some videos that I have on my channel about private journaling, but private journaling is something that I've done for years. And so usually I don't hide my journaling, and I don't consider it hiding it, because my journals are literally stacked right next to my desk. Anyone can read them at any point. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing now that I have preteens, but a lot of my hidden journaling is because it's raw feelings that could be triggering to me in the future. Because you want to be able to come back to your journal and not feel like dread to come across something that was hard for you, but you also don't want to be discouraged from releasing something that's hard for you. So a lot of times when I flip through my journals, I see the envelopes and I know that something difficult is in there. I don't remember what it is though, because it's kind of like a stream of consciousness journaling, like it's just purging. And then once it's sealed, I don't think that I've ever gone back into any of the envelopes, and I genuinely don't remember what's in them, but they served their purpose, and now they, you know, I'm not re-triggered every time I go back in. So in any case, more photos, and as I said, a lot of the photos I wanted to make sure that you had the option of journaling in the back. And here we have kind of like a hidden envelope. So you take out that pin and there is some paper in here. So this envelope can also be used for private journaling. So that paper clip keeps that closed for you. And again, you have like all of these areas where you can use this paper clip to like pin, you know, if you had, I don't know, just whatever you might have, you know, you have a ticket or something, you can just put it under there and it gets saved into your journal. But you have all this space to add more pictures. And I literally, of course, I sewed it because I just like the way that it looks. I like the way the texture feels, and it's more durable for the purpose of me adding journaling space in the back. But before, I only sewed the border. The picture is just glued down with some good glue. You want to get good glue. I use, this is called art glitter glue. It dries super fast, but it dries so strong, and it's the best. Here we have another journaling spot, another gorgeous photo, just a little pocket. This is one of my favorite photos. Ma'am, thank you. This is one of my favorite pictures. This whole vibe is just the best. So I had to put love this there. And so it goes in here. And we've got some, this is just a basic card. More photos. Another card. Here's some more paper for journaling. And here's another one of the journaling cards that I made. Something that I love to do is to use a Sharpie to journal on photos themselves. You know, it could be like private beach, who dis, you know what I mean? My point is that sometimes journaling on the photo itself like creates like a really cool artsy effect. Another journaling card with more journaling space. This cute little paper clip is holding these journaling cards together. And you've got another envelope for some private journaling. Here is a card that I wrote for you, my friend. I will not be showing that. Here we have another photo, back to back. And one of my favorite photos that you shared. And here is another envelope, and I think there's paper in there. Ah, one envelope without paper. Crazy. But that's a great spot for some private journaling as well. And we're at the back where we just have an extra sheet of paper. One of my favorite journaling cards that I made because our girl loved to fly. And this last picture, I think, is perfection. And I just so happen to have this little sentiment in my stash, so it just came out perfect, like they were meant to be together. So that's it, friend. I hope that you enjoy this journal. I hope that it gives you some form of comfort. If not now, then at some point in the future, whenever you're ready for it. I made it with lots of love. Talk soon. Bye. Technically, there are 4 signatures in here. There are 2 rubber bands in each eyelet. So I'll show you how that works. So we've got our 2 signatures, 1 and 2, but inside each signature is a second signature. So, and here's that second signature. And it's all just held by these elastic bands. So if when needed for journaling, you can just remove that insert, and it makes it a lot easier for you to journal on a flat space, or for you to maybe access this inner portion, but also this one can be slid out. So I don't want to take it out because I'm lazy. That's just what it comes down to, friend. But yeah, you can absolutely remove all of the inserts and use them, and then just plop them right back in. And that's it. And not believe it, I don't have tissue. Ay, nena, métete. Okay.